So, saw the movie,
Yeah.
and yes, of course, I loved it. One of my favorite parts, I think maybe the part I took the most with me was the relationship between you and Dafne.
Yeah.
And I just want to know how you guys worked on that, like that slow build of communication throughout the movie. I thought that was like so interesting.
You know, she's an extraordinary girl. And when Jim Mangold came up with this idea, I'd floated the idea of Patrick Stewart's character not being well, suffering some kind of dementia, and what that day-to-day would be like. And Jim came up with this idea of X-23 and Laura, and I was like, well, I love the symmetry of that family. It's sort of dysfunctional family, really.
Yeah.
That Little Miss Sunshine element of it.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I was
I
like,
thought
how
too.
do you cast that? You know, she's in the entire movie. She barely speaks. And there's not a lot of characters. So it's and there's nothing cute about this film. This is not a cute father-daughter kind of
not at all.
family film. So the moment this girl's test came in, I was just blown away. And then when I met her, I'm like, she's an amazing actress, because she's just a very normal, happy-go-lucky kid.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell from that. Just she has like that cold stare sometimes, and just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, she's like intimidating. She's like a little girl. It's like a weird dynamic.
She's just she's a great actor, and she loves it. She takes it very seriously, and she's very, very professional. I mean, it's not her first film, I think. She's in some TV, but for someone so inexperienced and so young, I was completely blown away.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you've said a lot of times that you're done, this is your final movie.
Yeah.
In the future, are there any future Wolverine storylines you'd like to see, like other people take the mantle of?
No, man,
Or did you feel you've done them all? The
No,
ones you
I
wanted to
haven't
see?
done them all, but maybe I've done enough. For me, until we came up with the idea for this, I wasn't even sure I was going to do this. Because I was sort of at that point where I have too much respect for the character and for the fans to just do another one for the hell of it. But somehow, the moment I went, I think this is the last one, it really opened up for me the possibilities, and I was willing to walk away from it if the studio were not into it. But thankfully for me, and amazingly, Emma Watts, Steve Aspel, who I first told my idea to, they were like, let's go. And, you know, it was a big risk, but it kind of felt right. The first X-Men was a big risk too. People forget that. There was no real comic book genre at the time.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Bryan Singer had done Usual Suspects, but had never done a studio movie, you know?
Yeah, I just thought that you took some big risks, like there are the strong choices, I should say.
Yeah.
Like especially towards the end, I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, they went for it, and that's
Yeah.
really awesome. Lastly, just how do you feel about someone else taking the mantle? Like, would you approach it, or like just like as any other fan, or do you like want to like see, like, oh, would you want to be like behind the scenes maybe, just like see it as like.
I definitely wouldn't be behind the scenes. No, I definitely, I think it's an iconic character. It was around 40 years before I played him in the film.
Yeah.
You know, I feel, I suppose on some level, a little bit of ownership. It's certainly very important to me, and I feel very connected to the fans who I speak to, if not every day, every other day of my life, because they,
Yeah.
you know, you're one. They're
Yes.
very vocal, and I've heard good and bad over the years, and this to me is I suppose, my love letter to the fans, because I feel everything I've come to know about this character, I feel is in this movie. And this is the most personal for me, and I take the fans' passion very seriously. And I really wanted to do a film for them. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, we haven't seen the real Wolverine yet.
Yes.
For me, I think this is the real Wolverine.
Hello? You know you gotta pay for that, right? Hey, come on.
Not okay! We got ourselves an X-Men fan. Maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this. In the real world, people die.
Logan,
I don't want to talk about it.
Logan,
Just stop.
be careful. I need the girl.
What girl?
Go get her.
No. No.
Holy fuck.
And we're down we go, we're down we go,
She's like you. Very much like you.
so we're down we go,
I am not whatever it is you think I am.
we're down.
She needs our help.
Someone will come along.
Someone has come along. This is what life looks like. People who love each other. A home. You should take a moment. Feel it. You still have time. Two days on the road, only one meal and hardly any sleep. She's 11, I'm fucking 90.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. You expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.